Snipe skirt.
Welcome everybody, my name's Stuart Carter-Smith and welcome to the channel. If you've not been here before, please consider subscribing. This is a quick match that I've had with a good friend of mine, ex-county champion and +2 handicapper Tom Workman. We're going to get on with this and I'm going to talk you through each shot. I'm going to try and talk you through some of my thought process. I literally haven't been on a golf course for 3 months. This is the first time back out. Yeah, the arrow obviously is the place where we're aiming. This is a really tough start to the hole. All I was thinking at this point was, don't miss it, because we had no practice at all here.
That's alright actually.
But luckily stayed on the left side of the fairway. 219, got my 3-iron selected here, which can fly about 220, about 220, but this is up a hill as well, so had to add some yardage to this. Pulled it again. Here's Tom, 180. Tricky shot once again, but did a good job there getting it out.
Didn't really want to
so this was a shot that I didn't really want, which was a kind of a nasty lie float shot.
Dodgy line.
And I thought that pin was a little bit closer to the bunker than what it actually looks, but did a pretty decent job with this. I was just trying to make sure I clear the bunker and just give myself a chance of par. Got it nice on the line there, but that came up a bit short, which left me probably about 30 feet. Here's Tom, he's plugged, and this was a nasty lie, but played it really well. Expected that to run out a little bit more.
Just need a bit more rollout.
So yeah, he's got a solid short game. Played with Tom for many years. We've had some great battles together. This was a par putt, unfortunately, but from 40 foot. I'm really pleased with this putt. We did do some putting on the putting green before we went out, and it was nice to get the pace. Tom's obviously gunning here to try and save his par. Nothing worse dropping a shot on the first, but it's a really tough hole. Okay, so on to the second. We're both 1 over par now. Par 5, normally you'd be expecting to try and pick one up here, but again I was just hanging on, trying to not make any big numbers to open up with. Tom's blasted one up the middle there. Good shape, really solid driver of the ball, and his iron play is about the best part of this game. So yeah, once again I'm just trying to get it up there somewhere. I know it's going to end up going pretty much somewhere left. As you can see, I'm starting to aim a little bit to the right, and this was a big old snap hook. But luckily, just stayed on the left side of the fairway or so, I thought. When I get up there, I'm just short of the bunker there, and I've got 300 yards. There's no point in blasting it up there. I want to leave myself a good number, and this is obviously where the lower handicappers are able to kind of control these emotions and stop ourselves from blasting it at the green. So I left myself with a nice 100 yards in. Tom's got 251, so he's got a bit of a shot at that, but came out of it a bit, and it sliced off to the right slightly. Just didn't get all of the ball there. I've got my number. Sometimes it's lucky, because that lie from the last shot was tricky, but 100 yards in, you know, even having not played, I feel pretty confident with 100 yards. Just picked my 100-yard club, which is kind of a 54 degree, and I think that one came out pretty good. Tom's got a nice little chip shot on here and plays a bit of a rusty one. That should have been closer really, but it's all good. We're off to a good start. Here's my birdie putt, no real chance, but once again, as you can see here, a better player always tries to get it up nice and close and 2-putt, and if you can just not have any 3-putts, you're doing at least one thing right. So it's a par for me. So I've got a pretty good look at a birdie here, but yeah, good putter. He's always putted pretty well. On to the third. Okay, so we're just trying to blast it up the middle again. 463, just not a sort of hole you can attack unless you can get up there 300 yards plus. You're really looking at a drive and a pretty long club, and we've got to feed it through these bunkers. So at this point I'm just thinking, get some sort of distance out of this and try and miss those bunkers if possible. I still feel like I could miss it at this point. And sure enough, we get a bit of a sort of flat hook going up there again. But you know, when you got one miss, you kind of know roughly where it's going. It's a shame that these two bunkers were waiting for me. 190, like a half decent shot from here. I would have got to the green easy enough. So this is just a case of blasting it out, getting up near the green, and then I'm pretty confident when I get to the green of at least giving myself a chance at a par, chip and a putt. Tom 182, and he's always solid from this distance. And this
Great
is
shot.
Class
Flyer.
shot. Knocked it in nice and close here.
Great shot.
On a tricky hole. It's my chip shot. I always feel pretty good from this distance. I always feel like I can get inside 10 foot, whatever the lie is. And there's no exception. Flipped this one up pretty nice. Rolled out. I just knew how to get over that bunker, and then there was a massive landing spot for me for it to run out, or I hit it a bit longer and it check up. It's a putt here for Tom for birdie.
Yes.
Oh, right in the middle. Yeah, that was a great putt. It was a great birdie. It's a tough hole. Now I've got a bit of a shaker here to hang on to Tom's score. He's in with birdie. I've got to make par, and there we go. Luckily we got a par there. Onto the third 175. This is no easy hole.
It's all over it.
Especially when you haven't played for 3 months.
Down.
It's you know, fair sized club. I think I was hitting about a 7 iron or 6 iron here, 175, and oh my god, what a dunch that was. That was definitely the worst shot so far. More right hand, big old dunch pull slap, but left me with this. It's not ideal, but again, I'm thinking worst case it's going to be a 4, a bogey, and with a good up and down, obviously I can still make my 3, so not too bad. Tom came up a little bit short. You can see my ball on the green there. And Tom rolls that up good enough. That's pretty much a gimme for his distance. I really wanted this one, but I just made a pretty good one on the last. So this one from like 20 foot, I thought I'd have a good chance. Oh, so close. But I was in with bogey there, and Tom's got this little tap in for a par. I actually give him this, but he wanted to putt it anyway. There we go. On to this next hole. It's a lovely hole, par 5, down round the corner through the trees. There's one catchment bunker. This is our aiming point just there. So Tom's usually plays a fade, so he's going to take it over the left side of the trees there and it roll out. I've got no idea what I'm doing at this point, so anything down there on a par 5 is going to be good for me. But see if we can get it somewhere near that arrow. And yeah, I hit a pretty good shot there actually. It just was a little bit too straight because the fairway veers off to the right and left me with this, which was a shame. 309, easy. Just chipping it out there with a 6 iron to try and leave me about 130 yards if possible. Tom's got 2 iron here. He's got 266 to the green, but it's a lovely drop hole. Sends it off a bit low, goes through that tree in the middle there, and really good shot actually, just down, just short of the green. I've got 144, 9 iron. I was unsure whether to go over or under this tree, so I went for the fat dunch straight into it, and instead of going through, just dropped down. And we didn't get my last shot, but I hit it up to pretty close on the green with a wedge from under that tree. There's Tom flipping it on. This one ran out, unfortunately. Just needed a bit more check on it. So this is Tom's birdie putt. Little bit probably disappointed with that, but that's a par all the same. Oh, here's me again. Look, par putt. God, I'm leaving myself so much to do, but actually had a good putting day and rolled that one in. So hanging in there just about. Nice little short par 4 up the hill, the 5th. Just kind of whack it up there and try and steer clear of those cluster of bunkers on the left. You can nearly get to this green or somewhere handy. It is up the hill, but
where's that pitch?
360 is kind of pretty close. You can get out within 60 yards really.
Perfect, right?
I'm starting to feel a bit better now. I feel like the last one I didn't snap hook, so this one is coming out a bit flat and low. I'm sort of hitting down on it a little bit, and I'm aware of that. But left myself 106. This is turns out about 115 up the slope. Just punch a little wedge and run it up there close, which I didn't know there's a big slope which I could spin back off of. But Tom got 74 to the pin there. and just hits an okay shot actually. It's better than what it looked. It sort of run back off of the front edge back, and then he had to pull it back to here to get a lie.
Yeah, pretty
Great
good.
shot out of there.
That's a
was
chance.
Great shot out of it there. Kind of in trouble there, and he's got this for par. And it's what good players do. You know, he's got a par putt here. He's still in the hole. I mean, bogey's not that bad. It is a short hole, but
Oh, yes.
there you go. It's just showing his class there. Good par to keep the round going. And I've got this nice birdie putt. I got it up quite close with that wedge. I was really happy. I'm starting to play a bit better now. Yeah, I just rolled that one down. Not a bad putt, you know, not too bad. Just a bit rusty on the putting as well, a little bit, the short putts. 167, 9 iron. This is straight ahead. Green lights if we were practiced. Tom Fans is out to the right a little bit, but we were both a bit unsure with the yardages there. I've also got a new set of golf clubs which are not fit for me, so I've got loads of excuses at the moment. But I've got a 9 iron as well, and I'm expecting it to go just a little bit to the left. So guided that one up there, came out a bit low and hot, and just ended up rolling into that bunker on the left, which is the only miss you don't want. But splashed it out really close, and that was good enough for my 3. So I was got out of trouble there, like we should do. Here's Tom from 40 feet. And again, all you're trying to do is get this up close, and there we go, time again.
Oh yeah.
2 putts, nice par. On to the 8th, 477, par 4. Another great long par 4. And just slightly veering to the left. Tom, it's another blaster up the middle there. Great shot, that went out well. I'm starting to feel slightly better now. Each hole that goes by, I feel like I'm just finding my swing a bit. That one sat on a good line, but come out low and sort of no spin on it. And so that's ended up in this right hand side bunker, which is a pain because it's such a long hole. 220, got the hybrid out again. I find that sort of is much easier to hit off of the sand. So I've just got to pick my line and give it a blast down there and hope to get up and down. That was a pretty good shot. I know I pulled that a little bit to the left, but the miss is fine down on the left. Tom's middle of the fairway, 171. Oh, and this is his, once again, this is his kind of money shot.
And down. Oh, great
Tom
shot.
from 170 is deadly, especially when you're on the fairway. This was nasty because it was a big tier to go up, so it was a long bunker shot with a big tier. I'm really happy with how I played this one, just called it lovely. And it jumped up and span back for a couple of foot, and that was a tap in par for me. Luckily another up and down. My God, I'm saving some shots here. This is Tom for birdie. He really deserves this. And just left on the low side. That would have been another class 3.
This is where that bloke was when we were on the second.
Okay, on to the 9th, 504. This is a nice short par 5. This is just what we're after. It's been a little bit of a struggle so far. Tom's ripped one down there. That's quite a straight ball flight for Tom. He normally fades it a little bit more than that. Starting to feel a little bit better. I still feel like I'm not quite hitting up on it as I would like to, which is losing me loads of yardages, but another straight one. It's starting to look a bit more balanced and a bit less kind of chaotic. But that was a pretty good shot. Left me 194, so I've gone for the 4-iron. My 4-iron's about 205, and this is slightly up a hill, and we've got to carry these bunkers in front. So just a half decent swing on this. I feel like I could get it somewhere handy, and sure enough, hit a really good shot there. Just slight draw off the side there, so I'm starting to keep my ball flight a bit straighter. Tom 178. I think he's got a 6-iron here, and once again fizz that straight at it. Perfect number.
Yeah, good shot.
We just had to walk up there and see where they were. Hopefully we have some decent looks at eagle. So here's me, a little sort of outside chance really, but oh, this was the worst putt of the front 9. That is just disgusting, and that is just being rusty, but I'm able to one-handed tap that in for birdie, which I'm pretty happy about. That was just me getting frustrated. It's the only putt I've had a bad one, but there's Tom's eagle putt, another great putt once again, and he tapped that one in for a birdie. So we've got just the back 9 to go. I've started to hit some decent shots, and I feel like I played much better on the back 9, but being able to get through the front 9 now and +1, having not played for 3 months, and hooking it all over the place. I think it just sort of proves the fact that, you know, the better players are able just to save scores and not hit too many really wide shots, which is what we're trying to eliminate, is the big numbers. Because someone like myself, if I get a few bogeys, that's kind of fine, because I know I can get a few birdies and possibly an eagle and you know, stay around par, which is all we're trying to do, is trying to get through to the sort of back nine around par and then open up and try and get a few birdies going in. Before you know it, you can be 4 or 5 under. But it's all about kind of damage limitation and holding off those big scores and just keep nudging it down there, and sort of grow into the round and your swing. Hold a few putts, before you know it, you can get quite a low score. It doesn't always go that way. Pretty happy with that front nine, considering. New clubs. I've not played with these clubs on the course at all. I've hit a few balls on the range, which you might have seen on my Instagram, but it's nice to get out there as kind of in anger and see what they do, see where they go. And most of the ball flights were predictable. They're about a club stronger than my other clubs. Anyway, thanks for watching it, guys, and I'll see you on the back nine. I think it'll be this time next week. Thanks again. See ya.